Hey everyone, this is Ovisq, and you might have came from my past video about my devlog on making a Capybara tower defense, and in today's video I would just like to, make a few updates here and there because I cannot make devlogs pretty frequently because they take a lot of time. For example, the devlog just beforehand actually took about I think over 9 to 10 hours of editing and getting the clips and all of this, and because editing is a long process, especially with the subtitles. So in today's video I'm gonna kind of lower on the usage of subtitles as it's not really needed from what I've seen, and YouTube has an auto caption bot. So in today's video I just want to explain how did I actually learn modeling in just 1 month and then started creating my game and made a bunch of really nice assets. Like I could show you right here. If I were to go into show you a capybara, or I'm gonna give you a little sneak peek on what's on the next devlog. So like we said in my devlog, if you haven't checked it out, I heavily suggest you check it out because in that devlog I talked about just the lobby, but in today's video I'm gonna be showing you a little sneak peek of the monsters that I'm creating. So basically the watermelons that I'm gonna be creating as the enemies for the game basically. So if I show you right here, as you can see, I'm gonna show you a few of them. As you can see, this is one of them. This is gonna be like the little watermelon monsters, and they will be walking around. They have animations. I've already actually made the animations. I've made everything. I just have to composite or make the new video for the devlog 2, which is going to take a really long time. So I heavily suggest you subscribe so you can keep up with it, and you might as well have notifications on if you'd like to know right away. But this is one of them. This is yeah, that's one of them. This is basically, this one is like the starter one. I don't know why it's on melon 2 instead of melon 1, but I have revamped these. These used to look like that, as you can see. I mean, it looked pretty good, but I thought that this actually looks better. And there's always room for improvement with modeling, because I want to teach you a few tips, because if you'd like to model just like me, there is always room for improvement. You can never improve on your modeling skills. Right now, as of right now, I am learning sculpting so I can do higher quality assets just in case for any commissions, for any games I'd like to do in the future. And honestly, it's helpful because sculpting can also be for low poly. And I will show you one last watermelon, and it's this one. As you can see, it looks pretty good. It looks decent actually. Obviously, I don't want these to be detailed and realistic because low poly is the style of the game. With capybaras, it's like a little playful game. You don't want something highly realistic that wouldn't make sense, because like highly realism graphic games would make sense with like survival games and all of that, but not low poly with tower defense, because you never seen a high quality tower defense in Roblox, right? So yeah, those are just a little few sneak peeks, but what I want to show you today is how did I really learn modeling in the first place? Now, I have a few processes. This is my developer account, or like my account where I handle developing, trading, and stuff. I used to trade on here, so I do have a few limiteds, but that's not the point. So, as I said also in my last video, if you haven't watched it, I heavily suggest you check it out because it's a pretty entertaining video, and honestly, a lot of people liked it. So one of the people that I I would say got more inspiration from is Robbuilder. Robbuilder is a great suggestion because first of all, he does Roblox. If you'd like to get into Roblox modeling and all of this, he does not do scripting. There's another person called the Dev King for that, but I'm talking about modeling today. But as you can see, this is Robbuilder. He does building tutorials, modeling tutorials. He just shows his commission work, and obviously it does help seeing him go through the process of making these models, because of course by just seeing these models being created, you can learn way more about modeling. So this is Robbuilder, and then who I originally learned from making modeling, like modeling low poly and everything, is from this guy right here called Infenzia, or I'm not sure how to exactly say that name, but he's been modeling for about 5 years, it seems, which was in 2020, so about 7 years now. And I learned all my modeling, well, not all my modeling, almost all of my modeling from just this guy right here. He has a whole hour 20-minute video, but you are going to be stopping a lot of times, so this video is going to take you like 4 hours if you're new to Blender. But basically, like, I've learned everything. If you'd like to learn modeling, you gotta check this guy out, especially with low poly, but you can always learn high poly, but I would suggest starting off with low poly, then mid poly, and then high poly, because you can't just go straight to high poly. I can't even do that. Most people can't, and the percentage of you doing that and making it look good is gonna be pretty low. So what I'm gonna be doing is I'm just gonna show you, you know, my thought process and how do I exactly go into modeling. Now, obviously, you most of the time at least start with a cube, but let's say I want to make like, I guess a cone, or maybe something more better like that, like a mushroom. So let's make a mushroom right here. Even though it's just a mushroom, you always want to cut down on the vertices if you're especially doing low poly for optimization. So I'm just gonna do that. I'm gonna place this up again here, and then let's get to making the mushroom. Now, as you can see, I can go into edit mode. I'm not gonna exactly teach you how to use Blender, because that could be for like another video. I'm just showing you, you know, like what I can currently do with my skills. I wouldn't say skills because it's not very skillful to make low poly at this point, because a lot of people can do it, and so can you. So I'm just gonna scale this down a little more because it seems like it's a little too thick. And after this, you can just, you know, extrude. You can kind of make a random extrude, just, you know, try to make like a random mushroom. You don't want it to be perfect, because, you know, perfect mushrooms are kind of rare. This does look like a tree kind of, but once we make the top, people will understand this is a mushroom. Now after this, I'm gonna click ES to extrude and size it, and I'm just gonna go like that, and then I am gonna extrude it again, and I'm kind of gonna do that, and then I'll make a little bigger the base, because I feel like it would be better to have a bigger base. And then I'm gonna do that. So basically I'm gonna bevel it now so it's a little more smoother, and I'm also gonna grab all the sides down here. Actually, I'm gonna grab the insides, so just do that, and I'm gonna scale it inwards a bit, and then actually bring it right there, and then also bevel it. So there you go, boom, you got your mushroom, right? As easy as that. You got one mushroom. You can obviously click shade smooth, and it's gonna look weird, but then after shading smooth, you can go into object data properties, and then normals, and then auto smooth, and then it makes it back to what it was, but just looks a little bit better with auto smooth. And as you can see, there you go, you got your mushroom. It was as easy as that. Like I said, you don't need to be very skillful to make such things like this. You can obviously make a house. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a house, and once I spawn in a cube, I'm gonna make a house like I said. So I'm gonna put this up here. I'm not gonna make the most detailed of houses or anything. I'm just gonna make a nice little simple house. What I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna make a loop cut, bring this forward, and then I can grab this face right here, bring it like that, and this could be like my little house thing, you know. I'm gonna bring this down so it looks a little bit pleasing, and then you can make some random designs. You can always make random designs and see what is like good looking to you. Like, I would say that's, you know, a cool house design. It's not the best, but it's something that I like in my opinion. And yeah, basically you can start making like if I grab this basically, or actually there is a new thing I think I learned, where if I grab a cube and I bring this up here, bring it over here, and then I'm gonna size this down a bit so it's like a door. and just like that, I'm gonna place it right here. And basically what I'm gonna try doing here is I'm gonna kind of subtract this object off of the house, so it's like a door frame or something like that. So basically I grab this here and I'm gonna put it right there, and then I'm gonna subtract it. And so what you're gonna do here is you're gonna go into modifiers, and then you're gonna look for Boolean, and then I think it worked. Apply. There you go. And boom, I got my door frame. I can obviously change this to however I want it to be. So like, let's say I want to grab this line here and bring it down for some reason. I can do that. I can do basically anything. I can place a door there if I would like to. And then you got like your cool little house. Obviously you can make a cool roof with this by grabbing all the parts. ES, I think. Actually that should be in individual origins maybe. S, and I can bring this, you know, you can experiment with this. So like, there you go. I got now a cool little roof that kind of looks good. I can obviously change this just a bit so it actually look better. Like bring this, let me grab the move tool, and then I can bring this upwards, or you know, just bring in different directions. And then you got your little house basically. There you go, like that. And then you got your roof, your house. You can bring this one up to, I think that is good. And then also this vertice up. Boom. Now that was not the best way to do it, because right now I think I'm on the spot and I am forgetting a few things, but there you go. You got your house, you got your roof. You can start texturing this however you want to. I can obviously bring this face towards the out and match it with there, and boom, you know, it looks even better like this because it's actually coming out and evening, or like being even with the other side of the roof. And yeah, that's basically how modeling is to me. I learned modeling in a month, and since then, you know, I've been modeling a few things. I've been learning sculpting, so if I can show you actually what I've been sculpting. I think I still have it saved. It did not go well in the end because I started making mistakes, but as you can see, this is like a creature that I started sculpting just for fun. It kind of looks hideous, but you know, I was just trying to make something that would be like for a horror game or something. As you can see, it looks like a dinosaur type thing. You got its teeth, as you can see right here, the teeth, the eyes, and obviously this all can be painted or texture painted, or you know, as different ways. I didn't look at any male anatomy or anything. I just went off of how I think it would look more humane, but also dinosaur like. As you can see, I added some like chest, abs. They don't look great from the side because obviously I didn't flatten them out. And the legs I did not complete, but the arms, you know, they look pretty good. They're a little too thick from the elbows, but yeah, that's basically me sculpting, I guess. This was how I started, how I'm starting off by sculpting. I created this thing, and I'm planning on sculpting more. But yeah, that's basically how I got started on Blender. You know, obviously, not everyone's gonna have the same outcome when 3D modeling. Not everyone's gonna have the same thought process. Not everyone is gonna come out, you know, in 1 month and have the same progress as me. Some people are gonna have better progress than me. Some people are gonna have worse progress than me, but you know, that's just how it is. So, you know, let me know in the comments if you have any ideas. Maybe if I should work with someone to make a game. You know, anything that would help me out with my game that I'm currently making on the Capybara tower defense. And yeah, hopefully you enjoyed this video. You know, I'll see you guys in the next video, and peace.